nice talking to you too. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your willingness to participate in my interview.
Sure. No problem.
So I think just to kind of start, just with some kind of basic information, if you're ready to begin.
Sure. I'm ready.
Perfect. So what year were you born in, and where were you born?
1936 in Tainan, Taiwan.
That's really cool. And did you grow up there your whole life, or did you kind of move around?
I grew up there until college. Then, of course, I left my hometown to go to Taipei for college.
Okay, that's really cool as well. Did your whole family live around there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So did you spend a lot of time with them growing up, or who did you spend most of your time with?
Yeah, I'm from a big family. My grandparents and aunt and my parents all live in a big house.
Oh, that's really cool. So I'm sure there was always something going on.
Right, sure.
So then what was your relationship like with your parents and all of the different people living in your house?
Yeah, very nice. My parents, my mother is very protective, and my father is, he go out a lot. That didn't spend too much time with us.
Okay, that's really cool that your mom was really involved.
Mainly with my mother, and my grandma is always at home. So
that's really fun to have all those people around you, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
And did you have any siblings as well?
What's that?
Did you have any siblings?
Oh, yeah. We have 7 kids in my family.
Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of kids. I'm an only child, so...
At that time, there wasn't much family planning, so...
That's really fun, though.
Everybody have a lot of kids.
And then... Obviously, having so many kids in your house, I'm sure that you guys did a lot of fun things together. What kinds of activities did you guys, like games did you play and different things?
Yeah, we play game, and at that time we don't have playing cards, but my father had those business cards on one side, so we, on the back side of his business card, we draw all those, cards, space, hearts. We use our pen.
That's really cool.
Cards and play.
And what kinds of games did you like to play with them?
Oh, we play a lot of, those card games, like, all kind of things,
That's really fun. And did you have friends in the area too that you kind of spend time with?
Yeah. I have a lot of friends too. We go to school together and come home and then play again.
That's really cool. So then what did a typical day look like for you?
Oh, before school or after school?
You can start the morning and go through the whole day if you feel comfortable with that.
Okay, sure. Before we go to school, I always play, and I have a bigger sibling, of course, my big sister and brother, and also they have a whole gang of cousins that all live in a very close neighborhood, within walking distance, within one block, of course, and always get together and hang out and go places.
Nice. Did you have specific places that you liked to go?
We go to the park. There is a park nearby.
Nice.
And then,
So then did your neighborhood have a lot of those kinds of areas, or what did it kind of look like growing up?
No, in my neighborhood is city, typical city, and the market is very near my house too. So
that's cool.
Get a few money from parents or whoever. We have a big thing is like those older generation, my grandparents' sister or brother or cousin, whenever grown up have birthday, we go to wish them birthday wish, and then they will give us red envelope.
Oh, okay.
And inside the red envelope is usually a few dollars, and we spend those money in the marketplace, buy snacks or whatever, you know.
What were some of your favorite snacks to buy?
Oh, there's a mochi. I don't know whether you know that or not. It's like,
I think I do. There's different kinds, I think, that I've
Yeah.
had before.
inside is the red bean paste, and the outside is the sweet rice wrapping in the.
That's really cool. That sounds really yummy.
Yeah. And then in my hometown, there is also a night market. We always go there with friends, and you know, those markets are just very small food stand, and
Yeah.
we buy different food from different stand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that where a lot of your food that you got, like at home for meals and stuff came from? Those markets, they were very fresh foods.
Yeah, right. But of course, my parents don't do that. They, we have maid in the house, and she cook regular meal.
Oh,
But in
okay.
between, we go out
Nice.
with friends. Yeah.
What were some of your favorite dinner meals then that you had cooked at your house?
Over there, we have rice noodle, sauteed rice noodle, and
Are those still
And then-
some of your favorites today?
fish. Yeah, we eat a lot of fish.
I love
Because
fish.
my hometown is very close to harbor, and every morning we have fresh fish from the market.
I'm sure that was very good. I love fish, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. You can continue.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, so you had a lot of fresh foods growing up, and so you said that you had a maid that would cook them for your family?
Right.
That's really cool as well.
Mm-hmm.
So then you were really close with your family.
Yes,
What kinds
yes,
of
we-
conversations did you guys have around the dinner table?
Usually just joke around.
That's really
Nothing serious, yeah.
nice. Do you remember any specifics that you're willing to share?
I think what I want to share more is during World War II,
Mm-hmm.
American bomber visit our hometown a lot. Usually it's morning time, about 10, 11-ish, when the maid start cooking
Yeah.
lunch, and then the bomber will come, there will be siren, and then we will all have to go to hide.
Oh my
in
gosh.
this, hiding place, and then we have to eliminate the fire. We use the wood stove to cook, right?
Yeah.
At that time, and so she has to get rid of the fire, because the fire will let the airplane up know where we are. So we have to get rid of the fire, and everybody go to hide. And then when the alarm is off, then everybody come out, and then the maid will start fire again, and then cook. Sometimes, when you cook rice, it's not a good idea to cut off the stove and then reheat it again.
Yeah.
Then the rice won't turn out perfect. So
Yeah.
that's what we usually have, this porridge kind of
Mm-hmm.
food, not the dry rice.
Yeah. So then that was kind of what you would have. Would that happen pretty much daily? That you would.
Yeah, almost daily, but it lasts maybe about 2 years, one and a half year. At that time, nobody go to school because of the war,
Yeah.
and then we have to go to the countryside.
That was probably very tough, I'm sure. So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
But it's not that bad, because as a kid, maybe my parents would get a lot more pressure than us.
Yeah.
But as a kid, we just no school. So we'll go wild every day. We'll just go to the countryside, and play around. Yeah.
So did you still do any kind of schooling during that time, or did you just take a break?
All.
Okay.
Yeah. All the school are closed, and nobody attends school. And school is in the city, right? Everybody has to move to the countryside.
Okay. So did you move permanently for a little bit, or just during
the war?
Okay.
And then after that, when Japan surrendered, then everybody moved back home.
Okay, and everyone just went. How was the transition back after that?
Then it's pretty tough because we used to have the Japanese system now, right? At that time, Taiwan was under Japan.
Okay.
So we learned Japanese, and then after the war ends, we moved back to town, and then everything changed into Chinese. And then we had to learn Chinese.
Okay, so that was the languages that you...
Yeah, my native tongue is Taiwanese. It's pretty different.
Okay.
So at home we speak Taiwanese, and then go to school we speak Japanese. But then after World War II, that's 1945, when Japan surrendered. Then the Chinese moved in, so we had to learn Chinese. Wow. Yeah. And at that time, in my hometown, nobody speaks Chinese, right? So we had to relearn it, and then we had to be discriminated by Chinese. Because they don't know Taiwanese either, and they treat us like, the winner of the war. So they control Taiwanese.
Yeah. Wow. That was probably definitely a lot because you were still pretty young at that time.
Yeah, 9 years old.
Yeah. So then what kinds of things did you, obviously that was a lot, so I'm sure that there were things that were challenging for you to kind of process and things like that. I think just kind of looking back, what fond memories do you still hold from those times that stand out from the challenges?
Fun memory is probably not going to school.
Okay.
Play in the field all day long.
That would definitely be fun. So I think probably going back into school was a lot after that, though.
And learn new language and learn everything new,
Yeah, for sure. But I can definitely see that for being a young kid and not having to go to school would definitely be fun.
Yeah.
Obviously not the circumstances, but for sure. So then you were talking a little bit about how your schooling was before and then after. What did kind of your school itself look like as far as what you would do during the day and the times and different stuff like that?
Yeah, we have big class. Like each class has 50 kids.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and what we do in school is the teacher will say something and everybody have to repeat whatever she said, and then it's very strict. If in the exam, then there will be exam, and after exam, if somebody get like 99 points instead of 100 points, will get spanked.
Oh my.
Yeah, even 1 point miss, you're in trouble.
Wow, so you had high standards for sure.
Yeah.
So was that kind of just throughout all of your schooling, that it was a very kind of strict environment?
Mostly. And then after school, then we had to stay to sometimes go to teachers' home for the, more schooling to prepare ourselves for exam and things like that. And of course, if you stay after school, then your parents have to pay for those extra hours that you've been educated.
Oh, okay. So then did you have a pretty close relationship with your teachers and all of that, or was it something?
No, teacher is high, way up high.
Okay.
She didn't communicate with us. She just want you to learn, and then recite whatever she said, you know?
Yeah. So it was very much two different things, but you had to learn a lot, and it was expected.
Yeah. And it's very controlled kind of environment.
For sure. And then you said you had a lot of friends that went to school. Did you guys get to interact a lot at school, or were you kind of separated because of that environment?
Not too much in school, because, you know, we just one class after another, you know, you have to learn all those things. But after school, when we go home, and I have a few friends from the neighborhood, and we stay together, sometimes go to movie or whatever.
That's really cool. Did you do any activities like through the school, like sports or anything like that, or was it mostly outside of school?
Not too much sport.
Okay.
The education is mainly study the material that they give you.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still keep in touch with any of your friends from your childhood today? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's really cool. Do you?
I have those very good friends that go from grade school to middle school to college. We are even roommates.
That's amazing.
And I'm still in touch with them.
That's really cool. Do you get to hang out at all? Do you see each other?
Yeah, whenever we travel. It's all over some are still in Taiwan and some in U.S., but we keep in touch.
That's really
by phone, or by email.
That's
or
really
sometimes we visit each other or go traveling together.
Nice. Where are some of your friends? Where do they live?
One, the very, very good one that I know her since elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
She is in Taipei.
Okay.
And a few that I know in college, roommates, one in San Francisco and one, some in California and some other places. One in even Australia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when you were little, did you guys kind of dream of moving and kind of exploring the world, or what kinds of aspirations did you have for when you grew up?
I wanted, even since I'm in grade school, I want to come to America because my father was also educated in U.S. So, I from very young, I know I want to come here.
Yeah. Did you have an idea of what you wanted to do as far as what you wanted to study and everything?
Oh, yeah. From the very young age, I know I want to study science because I'm fascinated by those scientific, phenomena, and that's what I want to do for sure.
That's really.
So I went to college for major in physics.
Oh, nice. That's a tough one, but very, very interesting.
But that's my interest, and to me, it's the easiest subject.
Yeah. That's really. I wish it was easy for me, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, that was something that was kind of instilled within you, as far as you valued your education and getting to study. What other values did you guys have growing up that either your parents, or obviously you had a pretty full household? What kinds of values did you guys have?
Yeah, well, my grandfather was pretty wealthy. He was a landowner, so he was very, very kind, a very, very nice guy, and so he stayed with us, and he actually took care of a lot of us too. Because my mother was kind of busy. You know, my mother was an MD, and she had a practice.
Okay.
So she has to go to work, and then usually at home we have maid, and then my grandpa oversees what's going on with us.
Nice. So then your grandpa was really involved in kind of the household.
Yeah.
But you also said that you lived with like your aunts and all of those kinds of things. What kind of roles did they play in kind of?
I were two aunts, an unmarried aunt, stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
They were very mean to us.
Oh, that's not good.
They have, emotional power. They are very temperamental, Sometimes they get mad at us. So,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, yeah.
I'm sure that kind of changed the dynamic a little bit then.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have cousins that lived with you as well, or just...
Not in the same household.
Okay.
But nearby. But we're not very close to them because of age difference.
Okay, that would make sense. Mm-hmm. So then, are your siblings and you pretty close in age, or?
Yeah, like 2 years apart from the very big one and go all the way down. But I'm sort of close to the one that above me, 2 years older than me. Mm-hmm. And another one is like 4 years, younger than me.
But you all like to spend time together?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Do they still play an important role in your life?
Yes. There's one in Kaohsiung, you know where that is, in Taiwan, the southern part.
Okay.
And she is there, and then whenever I go to Taiwan, I visit her, I stay in her house. In fact, last 2 years ago, I was there for a year and a half, staying in her house.
That's really cool. Nice. Do you remember any specific events or days that stand out in your mind of memories with your siblings?
At a younger age, you mean? Or now? Or recent?
At a younger age, probably, but you can talk about now as well if you'd like.
My the older sister, the 2 years older than me, I always hang out with her. She have a few cousins of her age, and then I always go with them, whether to park or to movie or whatever they do. I hang out with them.
Nice. What kind of movies did you like to watch, or did you go see?
I watch a lot of. All the time there is this woman, the swimmer. Do you know? I don't remember her name, but she has a lot of movies that's this swim.
Okay.
And or aim at the very pretty picture and very nice group swimming type.
Nice. That's really cool.
I watch almost all of her series.
Yeah. Did it ever inspire you to want to do that, or?
No.
No.
That's one of my regrets is I never learned how to swim.
You never learned how to swim, but you would watch, those were your favorite movies, huh?
Yeah.
That's really cool, though. So you didn't learn how to swim, but did you do other activities like that?
I play ping pong.
Oh, ping pong. That's really cool. Did your family play with you?
Yeah, what?
Did you play with, like, your family or your friends?
No, friends. In school. In school, we have to pick one of the sports that we like. So I play ping pong, and then I was very good at riding a bicycle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we have a competition, and it's not how fast you can ride. It's how slow you can stay balanced.
Okay.
I want that.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, were those just activities that you would do at school or as classes?
Yeah, that's some of the sports event that, I think each semester we have a sports event and people have to compete. And so that's how I won my third place in
Nice.
riding the bike.
That's really cool. So you did ping pong and bicycles. Do you remember any of the other ones that you participated in?
Ping pong, and that's it, because I cannot run very fast. So I always be the last one.
I relate to that. Running is not my thing.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So you did get to do some things outside of just your studies at school to make it a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So what time of the day were those? Was it every day? Was it once a year?
No, the sport is like once a week or something like that. Oh, and then we have music lesson.
Nice.
I'm not too good at that either. I cannot, even to this day, I cannot read music.
Yeah.
But I heard I have good voice. I can sing, but it always go out of tune.
I relate to that too. I cannot read music. We did the recorder at my school and it was not good.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So you got to do those kind of like every week kind of.
Once a week we have one music class and one or two sports. I don't remember.
Nice. Yeah. Was there anything else that kind of stands out about your school days?
Not really.
Those were the fun things, I'm sure. And then I think if my kind of final question, of course you can talk about anything else that you'd like to talk about, but I think my last question is just if you could tell your 10-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
Ooh. I don't know. But I know that my personality is that I cannot, if I see something unjust, I need to speak up,
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I get involved, right now, even now, I got involved into the movement against KMT. I don't know whether you know that or not. KMT is a Chinese that came over to Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
They say Kuomintang is nationalist party. They were kicked out from China. Okay, because when the communists took over, the KMT people fled to Taiwan, and since then they control the Taiwan. So they control Taiwan for so many years. At the beginning, when I was in school, everything has to be censored, and it's like a full control.
Wow.
And whatever we say against the government will be imprisoned. Oh. So that's also one of the reasons that a lot of Taiwanese students came to this country and seeking for freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now in U.S. we have organizations that always worry, concerned about the Taiwanese politics. We always go, like whenever there is a presidential election, we always go back and then, try to bring people to fight for the right thing.
Yeah. And so that was something that you experienced when you were younger and is still kind of today.
Yeah.
So just
kind of stay. It's really very, very political in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because and right now it's my only thing that I worry about is the politics in Taiwan, whether it will be against the Chinese influence. Chinese threaten to take over Taiwan every day, right? And we are trying to organize Taiwanese to fight against China.
Yeah. And that's something...
I belong to a lot of those organizations that will do. Yeah.
Was that something that you thought about a lot when you were younger too? Was it kind of something that you wanted to continue in?
When I was 9 years old, when Chinese first arrived Taiwan, I saw their bad behavior, their corruption, everything is so bad. When it under Japanese rule, everything was much, much better. Because the people are more law-abiding. And then when the Chinese came over, start from the governor and all the people from China, so they are just robbers. They don't care about people. They just, corruption is everywhere. And I cannot stand that. So all my life, actually a lot of my friends, all their life is trying to fight for independence of Taiwan, to be away from China and to get rid of those Chinese.
Yeah. That's amazing to have that vision and that drive to want to do that. And obviously you have a really strong connection to your roots so that you can do that. I think that's all my questions, but feel free if you have anything else you'd like to talk about. I love your stories, so please, if you have...
Maybe you can go from there and know a little bit about Taiwanese history and, idea of what Taiwanese are thinking of. Besides that, Chinese is always threatened to take over Taiwan, and we try to tell the whole world that Taiwan is not part of China. Taiwan has its own identity, its own residents. That's nothing to do with Chinese.
Definitely. And I think that's kind of what we're trying to share too, is just everybody has their own story. Nothing's the same in the world.
Yeah. Okay, I'll email that to you.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sure, anytime.
And thank you so much again for participating and sharing your story. I've really enjoyed talking to you this morning.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you have a nice rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Okay,
bye-bye.